You too. What's happening? How y'all doing? Everybody all right? Uh, see what I'm. I know ain't nobody in here with me anyway, so let me see. I'm trying to see if I got my horns. Do I? I do. I don't. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Anyway, man, let's do Saturday in Proverbs. That's the one book in the Bible that has a chapter for every day of the month. There's 31 days in the month. There's 31 chapters in Proverbs. And you can always start wherever, whatever the date of the week is, you know? Um, that's what you started. So since this is the 11th, um, let's start at the 5th chapter, and then I read all the way up to the 11th chapter. Okay, and then along the way, I give you my input on what I'm seeing. All right. Now this is the 5th chapter of Proverbs, the peril of adultery. My son, pay attention to my wisdom. Lend your ear to my understanding, that you may preserve discretion, and your lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of an immoral woman drip honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But in the end, she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lay hold of hell. Least you ponder her path of life. Her ways are unstable. You do not know them. Therefore, hear me now, my children, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Remove your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house, lest you give your honor to others, and your years to the cruel one, lest aliens be filled with your wealth, and your labor go to the house of a foreigner. And you mourn at last, when your flesh and your body are consumed, and say, how I have hated instruction, and my heart despised correction. I have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to those who instructed me. I was on the verge of total ruin, in the midst of the assembly and congregation. Drink water from your own cistern, and running water from your own well. Should your fountains be dispersed abroad, streams of water in the street, let them be only with your own, and not for the strangers with you. Let your fountains be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of your youth. As a loving deer and a graceful doe, Let her breast satisfy you at all times, and always be enraptured with her love. For why would you, my son, be enraptured by an immoral woman, and be embraced in the arms of a seductress? For the ways of a man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. His own iniquities entrap the wicked man, and he is caught in the cords of his sin. He shall die for lack of instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall grow astray. See, this is talking about, this is how you know who you need to be around. See, this is telling, I keep telling y'all, man, whenever you get around some people with a lot of noise, that ain't nothing but trouble. That I don't care how family, friends, co-workers, you get around some people that are noisy and loud, trouble is soon to come. And that's just a fact. See, and that's one of the traits you need to be conscious of. And most folk don't even pay that any attention. All right, none whatsoever. And like I told you, when you're doing bad, people not showering you with all of these accolades and telling you how great you are, how proud they are of you when you're doing bad. They try to avoid you. So you won't ask them for nothing. See, that's how people will do you. And you think it's your friend. And they don't want to have nothing to do with you because you're in need. You as they see it, you down on your luck. Man, if I was down on my luck, I wouldn't have this opportunity right here. You know how many people in this hotel can't go live with a brand? With even the possibility that somebody might give them some money? You know how many folk don't even have that opportunity? Good morning. Oh, wow. Wow. Man, the trolls are out this morning. So anyway, okay, so that was chapter 5. This is chapter 6. My son, if you become surety for your friend, if you have shaken hands and pledged for a stranger, you are snared by the words of your mouth. You are taken by the words of your mouth. So do this, my son, and deliver yourself, for you have come into the hand of your friend. Go and humble yourself. Plead with your friend. Give not sleep to your eyes, nor slumber to your eyelids. Deliver yourself like a gazelle from the hand of a hunter, and like a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider her ways, and be wise, which having no captain, overseer, or ruler, provides her supplies in the summer, and gathers her food in the harvest. How long would you slumber, O sluggard? When will you rise from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep? So shall your poverty come on you like a prowler, and your need like an armed man. This is the wicked man, a worthless person, a wicked man, walks with a perverse mouth. He winks with his eyes. He shuffles with his feet. He points with his fingers. Perversity is in his heart. He devises evil continually. He sows discord. Therefore, his calamity shall come suddenly, and suddenly he shall be broken without remedy. 6 things the Lord hate. Yes, 7 are an abomination to him. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that are swift and run into evil, a false witness who speak lies, and one who sows discord among brethren. Okay? My son, keep my father's command. Do not forsake the law of your mother. Bind them continually upon your heart. Tie them around your neck. When you roam, they will lead you. When you sleep, they will keep you. When you wake, they will speak with you. For a commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light. Reproof of instructions are the way of life, to keep you from the evil woman, from the flattering tongue of a seductress. Do not lust after her beauty in your heart, nor let her allure you with her eyelids. For by means of a harlot, a man is reduced to a crust of bread, and an adulteress will prey upon his precious life. Can a man take fire in his bosom, and his clothes not be burned? Can one walk on hot coals, and his feet not be seared? So is one who goes in with his neighbor's wife. Whoever touches her shall not be innocent. People do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy himself when he's starving. Yet when he is found, he must restore sevenfold. He may have to give up all the substance of his house. Whoever commits adultery with a woman lacks understanding. He who does so destroys his own soul. Wounds and dishonor he will get, and his reproach will not be wiped away. For jealousy is a husband's fury. Therefore, he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will accept no recompense, nor will he be appeased, though you give many gifts. And seeing that what that's saying is, man, when somebody get offended with you, no matter what you do, you ain't gonna never be able to correct it. You ain't gonna never be able to get on the right side of it. You see, and right now we got so many people, man, that holding grudges. And some of them for no reason at all. You know, some for no reason at all. So, I'm gonna skip on over here to. I'm gonna skip over here to Proverbs 11, and I'm gonna read this because I don't think y'all really interested, you know, in something like this. So, dishonest scales. This is Proverbs 11. Are an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. When pride comes, then comes shame, but with the humble is wisdom. The integrity of the upright will guide them, but the perversity of the unfaithful will destroy them. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. The righteousness of the blameless will direct his way, but the wicked will fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright will deliver them, but the unfaithful will be caught by their lust. When a wicked man dies, his expectations will perish, and the hope of the unjust perishes. The righteous is delivered from trouble, and it comes to the wicked instead. The hypocrite with his mouth destroys his neighbor, but through knowledge, the righteous will be delivered. When it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices, and when the wicked perish, there is jubilation. By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. He who is devoid of wisdom despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holds his peace. A talebearer reveals secret, but he who is of a faithful spirit conceals the matter. Where there is no counsel, the people fail, but in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. He who is surety for a stranger will suffer, but one who hates being sure, surety is secure. A gracious woman retains honor, but ruthless men retain riches. The merciful man does good for his own soul, but he who is cruel troubles his own flesh. The wicked man does deceptive work, but he who sows righteousness will have a sure reward. As righteousness lead to life, so he who pursues evil pursues it to his own death. Those who have a perverse heart are an abomination to the Lord, but the blameless in their way are his delight. Though they join forces, the wicked will not go unpunished, but the posterity of the righteous will be delivered. As a ring of gold in a swine's snout, so is a lovely woman who lacks discretion. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. The one who scatters yet increases more, and the one who withholds more than is right. But it leads to poverty. The generous soul will be made rich, and he who waters will also be watered himself. The people will curse him who withholds grain, but blessing will be upon the head of him who sells it. He who earnestly seeks good finds favor, but trouble will come to him who seeks evil. He who trusts in his riches will fall, but the righteous will flourish like foliage. He who troubles his own house will inherit the wind, and the fool will be servant to the wise of heart. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of the life, and he who wins souls is wise. If the righteous will be recompensed on the earth, how much more the ungodly and the sinner? See, see, if see, don't nobody want. See, when you want to talk about the word, ain't nobody interested in the word, man. Ain't nobody interested in trying to do it right. Ain't nobody interested in uh, a righteous lifestyle. I don't see. I'm supposed to check out today, and I don't work on Saturdays, and I'm believing that somewhere, somehow, when the clock strike noon, I'm gonna still be able to stay in this room. That's what I believe, and I can't tell you how. I can't tell you where that money coming from. And here I am. I'm talking. I ain't got nobody up in here. You know, I'm talking to myself. And sometimes, man, that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to talk to yourself. You're gonna have to keep your confessions going. You got to keep your confessions going, man. Even when shit is just going haywire. Ain't nothing making no sense. You got to still keep your confessions. You got to believe. And that's gonna be the biggest challenge that you're gonna have when you facing some adversity is to keep believing, to keep trying, to not give up, you know, to not want to quit. That's gonna be your biggest challenge. And sometimes, you know, you're gonna be on the verge where you just gonna wanna say, man, I can't take no more of this. I can't do it no more. You're going to have them days, man. You know, and those are the days that you take that butt whipping. You take that butt whipping and go home. You know, because tomorrow is another day. And the problem with most of us, see, we get so far ahead of ourselves that we start worrying about how we going to do something because you're already in a state of lack in your present situation. So when you look into your future, what do you see? And for most folk, all they see is more lack because they don't have no way out. Mm. They don't have, man, I want to sneeze. Boy, I want to sneeze. Um, that's some kind of way. See, I got this. This is cayenne, and the least little, if it's anywhere, and you disturb it, it'll get in your nose, boy. I use that for circulation and my blood pressure. Um, I just had a senior moment. I forgot where I was. Um, but anyway, uh, um, it's still gonna come down to what good people and really, if you want to sit down and think about it, the what's going on, Mike? The good people is the body of Christ. That's the good people. How come the body of Christ can't come together? That's a very interesting question. Why the body of Christ can't come together? They just as divided as the world. Why they can't come together? And they all want you to embrace their Jesus. But they can't speak to their neighbor. They're at odds with another church. But they want you to sanction that. They want you to approve that. And this is why we're so divided. Because the enemy has been successful, being a wolf in sheep clothing. Pretending to be one thing, and in reality it's something else. And consequently, people don't want to give nobody a chance. And that's what it is. Folk are just lazy, man. And people are quick to lump everybody in the same category. Oh, you black, you go over here. You Hispanic, you go over here. You Asian, you go over here. You white, you here. And good people and all them different ethnic groups can't come together. Good people can't agree. Good people can't come together to solve this crime. Something is wrong with that, man. And we're going around like we're helpless, like we have no control whatsoever. And it's all our control. It's all in our control. If it wasn't, how do the rich keep getting richer while we fighting each other? How do so many people are now becoming millionaires and billionaires, and we getting screwed at the pump, and the rich keep getting richer. And notice, it's hard to break from that poverty rate, from that poverty cycle. Look how hard it is, man, to break through. I told y'all, when this thing happened, I said, y'all better pay attention to Nigeria. Nigeria had some banking problems with their money. And lo and behold, look what's done happened over in California. The second largest bank failure in the history of the country. You think the second largest? You think that ain't gonna affect some people? You think some people ain't gonna lose some retirements? You think some people ain't gonna lose everything they own? Think about that, man. And the bank president, just weeks before the bank fell, cashed out $2 million or something for himself. So he's straight. He's straight for a minute. But look how many people have lost everything, man. Look how many people, because if they saying they're only going to insure up to 250,000, and you got a couple of million, man, you screwed. You screwed. All you getting is 250,000. The rest of that money you gonna have to write off. So now your lifestyle done changed, because you ain't got the income to pay all the expenses that you were able to pay before. So now you got to make some choices. You see, and we don't think that this could happen nationwide. We can get a run on the banks nationwide. And you know who's going to suffer? The poor folk. Because them the ones that's going to riot. Them the ones that's going to burn everything down. Make it even scarcer. See, that's what they don't realize. When you go and burn everything, all you creating is more scarcity. Because believe me, if they don't want you in their community, they'll lock you out, buddy. They sure will. What's going on, Rob? Wow. See, this is what I'm saying, man. A lot of people lost a lot. A lot of people lost a lot behind that. And see, and we haven't even started experiencing the fallout from that. It's going to be some fallout from that, man. You can't have the second largest bank failure in the country and don't think that ain't going to affect nothing. It's a whole lot of stuff, man. A lot of people done lost everything, man. God knows, look at the retirements that have been lost. And now here you are, you done worked all your life trying to save up this money, and now here you ain't got nothing. See, that's what I'm saying. And you got some people, man, you know, $250,000 is won't even cover their expenses. Can you? I mean, think about that for 1 minute. You could live any kind of lifestyle you wanted, and with a matter of minutes, okay? What's going on, Boston? In a matter of minutes, man, your lifestyle done changed. And Silicon Valley is not poor. Let me say that again. See, Silicon Valley is not the ghetto. Okay, it ain't no ghetto people over in Silicon Valley. They don't have a ghetto. So now you got rich people that now have been brought down to earth, and they gonna be struggling. See, actually they wasn't rich because the rich that took a hit with this bank, they still got money coming in. You know, they still they took a hit, but it didn't change their lifestyle. See, you got some people that done took a hit and it's done changed their lifestyle. See, now they got to reevaluate. Now they got to come up with a plan B. Because what they've been depending on is no longer there. Okay? I mean, think about that, man. You got money that you've been depending on, that you've been counting on. And now it's gone. It's gone. What you gonna do? And don't be surprised if you start seeing a lot of suicides out of that Silicon Valley. Don't be surprised, man, if you start seeing a lot of people committing suicide. Because now the fraud is being exposed. See, think about this, man. For a bank, for them to go in and fail, you know, that's something that's been brewing for a minute. You know, failures like that just don't pop up. That's something that's been brewing. See, somebody knew something. And that's why the CEO moved $2 million before the collapse. Somebody knew something, man. And if we don't watch it, that panic could spread all over the country. Then what you gonna do? And what you gonna say then? See, and this is why it's important not to be out here by yourself. See, this is why it's important now to to get along with people. Man, because you don't know who you're going to have to call on for help. And saying you got a lot of people running around here bragging about what they got and what they ain't done and what ain't never happened to them. And now it's done happened to them. And they got to deal with that reality. See, it ain't funny no more now when you was laughing when other people had to live out a hotel room. But now it's your turn to live out of a hotel room. See, your pride, and see, and let me tell you something, man. How you survive going through some adversity. You can't let your pride get in your way. Let me say that again. Man, you want to survive some adversity, you can't let your pride get in your way. You can't let your pride get in your way. Because the minute you let your pride get in your way, man, you're going to start taking this personal. Okay? You're going to start taking this personal when your pride gets in the way. See, then it's all about you. It ain't about the process no more. See, it becomes about you. And every decision that you make is going to be a selfish decision because it's all about you. It's just a win situation. It ain't a win-win. See, remember, when you're dealing with a selfish person, it's always a win situation for them. Okay? It's always an angle. And that angle and that slant is always going to be in their favor. See, y'all know people like that. Everything they do, man, they got to come out on top. They got to be the one get the best deals. They got to be the one to get the biggest discount. You got folk like that, man. Okay? It's see, I mean, think about it. You got money they was depending on. Ain't there? So now what are they gonna do? See, and now the people that was depending on the folk having money, they ain't got it. So what they gonna do? Okay? Man, you know, I mean, Rob, listen. See, it's not every day that somebody can take a 2 million hit and say, man, we still okay. Some people be a $2 million hit, man, be crying in their suit. They be looking for a building to jump off of. Serious. You got some. I'm telling y'all. You watch and start seeing some of the fallout from this bank failure. Watch the suicides that start happening because of this bank failure. It's gonna be some people gonna kill themselves because you know they've been lying. They ain't been honest. And rather than go to jail and face them crimes, they're going to take the easy way out. They're going to kill themselves. See? That's because they can't take the embarrassment. Man, listen to me, y'all. When you're going through some stuff like this, when you're experiencing some stuff like this, some embarrassment come along with that. You know, some shame come along with that. I mean, don't think for 1 minute that you know, I don't have to deal with embarrassment, that I don't have to confront shame, that I don't have to confront second guessing. You know, I battle those things up in this room, man. See, because sometimes, I mean, it gets so intense up in here, I go sit in my car. You know, to give myself a break. Because my whole thing is, man, I got the answer. You know, it's just that simple. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So 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 it's getting ready to get real interesting, y'all. And you gonna have people doing all kind of crazy things, man, to get some money. You gonna have people compromising to get some money. You gonna have people that's gonna sell their souls all for some money because they want to be able to enjoy this lifestyle right here, right now. And even if that means I got to take yours, I'm gonna do it. I mean, isn't it sad now that you can't buy nothing new and take it into the community? You buy a new car, somebody gonna either break in it or try to steal it. You buy a new television, you gotta cut your box up because somebody watching your trash. Because if they know you got something in your house, they're gonna be trying to break in that. And these people look just like you. See, this ain't no foreigner. These ain't no immigrants that's coming across the border, breaking in your house and your cars. It's some of y'all sons and daughters and grandsons and granddaughters. See, we've lost control of our community. We've totally lost control of our community. And the sad thing, we're blaming other people for the failure. And we dropped the ball ourselves. We can't control our own young black man. But we blame it on racism. I mean, seriously. We have lost control of our community. But we blame it on racism. You see, it's easy to be that victim. Cause think about it, man. Look what kind of outs we got as black men. Athletics, sports, entertainment, or drug dealing. Those are our outs. And if I'm lying, look at them two guys that got killed that went down to Mexico. What's going on, Jamie? Man, if you don't think people watching your trash, man, you crazy. You crazy. You crazy if you think people ain't watching your trash. Seeing how full your trash can is, and what kind of boxes you throwing away, and they always, you know, uh, uh, they always seeing Amazon pulling up to your house. You think people ain't watching that? You got to be crazy, man. If you think folk don't see how many trips Amazon make to your house, yeah, they be watching that. They know who getting what. They know who getting it. Because you got people in the neighborhood, that's their job, to find out what's going on, to be nosy. That's their job. And they can tell you every time a truck come, how many times a truck come to your house. They can tell you. Somebody can tell you how many times Amazon make a delivery to you. And see, and what that in their mind, you must have some money. You always got Amazon come. You must have some money. Because that's the measuring stick they use. See, they don't look at your bank account. They just looking at the physical, what they see in the physical. Oh, you got a Mercedes, Lexus, BMW. Oh, you got some money. See, because broke person can't afford that. Broke person can't afford the insurance. So you got money. You think if you think people ain't paying attention to you, you crazy. So how do they know if they ain't paying attention to you? How do they know when you come into your wealthy place? If they ain't paying attention, how they know? Think about it. If folk ain't paying attention to you, how they know when you done came into your wealthy place? Because they see your surroundings done change. See, automatically, man, when we come into some money, first thing we gonna do is go and change our wardrobe. That's the first thing we gonna do. Go buy some new clothes. And people been used to seeing you walking around looking like a bum all this time, and now all of a sudden, every day you got on something different, new. Well. See, Mormons, but that's everybody. That's the minority. See, that's the minority. And right now, you got people. I mean, I have uh, a group that I follow that is deals with what's going on in the neighborhood. You know, like let me give you an example. Let's see, better go. All right. Stopped at America's Best Wings this evening. Ordered 6 casing bones and chicken wings. Told me to be in 15 minutes. I waited. Got my wings, got home, dry hard like cardboard and paper. When I looked at the wings, they had been fried so hard that over there has been really any meat on the bones. I took it back. Uh, uh, and let's see. Let me show you another interesting. See, you can just all you got to do is just monitor. See, here's the mistake a lot of y'all make. A lot of y'all have no connection to your community whatsoever. A lot of y'all don't belong to any associations. You don't go to any community meetings. See, you don't You don't you don't go to when your police department, have forums and meetings, you don't participate. So consequently, all you do is work and go home. You don't know what's happening around you. You don't know what's going on around you. And that's why our communities are so fucked up. Because people don't want to get involved. People don't want to participate. They think that this is supposed to correct itself. See, you'd be surprised, man, at how many people that look at this wrong and think it is supposed to correct itself. They don't have a part to play. See, because this can correct itself. And if it could correct itself, why is it out of hand? Think about that. If this situation we are dealing with right now could correct itself, why is it so out of hand? Why is it so unsafe? Why are we fighting each other? If it could correct itself. Why are we killing each other? If it could correct itself. So obviously, something you need to do. There's a part you need to play. And right now, folk are afraid to play their part. That is what's wrong. That's why we got the confusion. That's why we got the chaos. Because people are afraid to play their part. They're afraid. And I'd rather die on my feet fighting than to be living on my knees in fear. And right now, you got so many people, man, living on their knees in fear because they're afraid to stand up and fight. You're going to die either way. So why not die on your feet? Because at least on your feet, you might have a fighting chance. On your knees, man, you done. You can't defend yourself when you down on your knees. And right now, too many good people, man, down on their knees. And they don't want to stand up and fight. And this is a fight, man. This is about good versus evil. See, they done trick y'all that it's about race. Man, this is good versus evil. There are good and bad in every race. And right now, evil is having its way. Evil is having its way. Because good people are afraid to fight. Good people are afraid to stand up. Good people afraid to get involved. So consequently, we got the chaos. We got the confusion. We got the division. And we got people still getting rich off our ass. Because we fighting each other. And they still getting rich. And got us fighting. And we can't even see it. The rich is getting richer while we killing each other. Ain't nothing changed for them. See, only change gonna hurt this fofo. That's the only. Those are the only people that's gonna. You ain't gonna see no rich people out there riding. Think about that. You think you're gonna see somebody rich out there riding because they unhappy? Think about that. You ain't gonna see no rich people out there riding. Only people that's gonna be out there riding is poor folk. Them the only ones that's gonna be burning and looting. Cause a rich person can get on their jet and go anywhere they want to shop. Okay, that's good, man. That's good. That's good. Okay, no, seriously. You think about it, man. Anybody with money, man, they ain't gonna be riding. They ain't gonna be looting. They gonna be trying to figure out how they can make some more money. And see, and it's rich people that's sitting around trying to figure out how they can profit off your vandalism. They trying to figure out how they can profit. What they gonna be able to buy up once you burn it down. They don't care. That's what rich people, they want you to burn it down so they can come in and redevelop it. Damn, oh shit. That might be by design. Some of these riots could be by design. Go in and burn it down, now you gotta redevelop it. But you couldn't redevelop it as before because the codes wouldn't let you. But if you burn it down, now you can put anything there you want to. So it's not always thugs that might be burning some of this stuff down. Some of that could be planned. Some of that could be on purpose. Because, once again, they ain't going to be displaced. See, you got to realize, when your neighborhood is set on fire, the people watching, they ain't displaced. You the one going to be displaced. And when you come in their neighborhood, they going to be watching you too. Because you're going to have to go somewhere when you burn your neighborhood down. Where you going to go? You got to go somewhere. You're going to have to shop somewhere because you done burn your neighborhood down. And now you're bringing the noise and the trash with you. I mean, think about it. Yeah. See, so, listen. This is a sad commentary. Look how many businesses that can't survive in the inner cities because of theft. Most businesses can't survive in the inner city because of theft. That's why, Whole Foods uh, or Aldi's or some of them other, that's why you don't see them in the ghetto. Because they ain't got to worry about theft. It's just that simple. Absolutely. So um, oh, you trying to call me? Hold on a second here, cause I had. Shit, never fails, man. Never fails. Some interesting shit going on in this hotel. I ain't lying about that. Some real, real interesting stuff going here. Um, see, here's the problem. There has been a stigma attached. You see, there's a stigma that's attached. And sometimes that stigma can get in the way. Sometimes that stigma can be judgmental. You see, so, and we all have stigmas. We all got stigmas. We all got stigmas, because ain't nobody perfect. We all got some stuff that rubs us the wrong way. All of us do. All of us have people that rub us the wrong way. We all do. You see, and that's one of the things that, you know, people don't want to come to grips. You know, you have a person say, you know, I'm not prejudiced. That's a lie. That's a lie. You are. There's something that you're prejudiced about. Well, see, Rob, it's not about color. It's about character. And good people don't want to band together. That's why everything is out of control. Because good people can't recognize other good people. Good people don't want to come to the aid of other good people. See, you got no matter what nationality, you got good and bad. So why can't we separate the good from the bad? Why can't the good people come together? And why ain't nobody asking good people to come together? I think about that. Nobody's saying, hey man, good people, why don't we come together? Why don't we differentiate ourselves from the liars and the cheaters? Because what we say, we mean. And what we mean, we say. See, with this group now, right is wrong and wrong is right. And that's what we need to change. And see, and that's what don't nobody want to talk about. And don't and it's even sadder that people won't even help you talk about it. And they agree with you. But they won't help. Well, thank you, Rob. Um, you got to you're gonna have to decide what's important to you. You got to make that decision. What's important to you? Is your message important to you? Your family important to you? Your career important to you? What's important to you? Because whatever is important to you, then you have to decide what sacrifices you're willing to make. And I don't think people comprehend that when you get on this road called success, you're gonna make some sacrifices, man. You gotta give something up. When you getting on this road called success, cause you can't have your cake and eat it too. And see, a lot of people wanna have their cake. Well, hey man, like I said, wow. My hat's off to you, Rob. I don't know if I would be that I don't know what kind of frame of mind I would be in if I lost $2 million. I couldn't I couldn't even I couldn't tell you what my heart would feel like, what my stomach would feel like if I lost $2 million. I couldn't tell you. I can't. You know that's beyond my comprehension right now. I mean, cause shoot, I'd be crying if I lost 200. If I lost $200, man, shit, I'd be, oh shit, man, where my money at? That's what I'd be crying over 200. So I know if it was 2 million, shoot, man, I'd be all into my. I mean, and and there's some people right now. I'm joking about that. But right now, man, it is some people crying because they done lost a boatload of money with that bank. They done lost a boatload of money with that bank. It's a lot of people. Yeah, call in, man. Call in. Call in. If you want, call in. Yeah, go ahead and call. I took it off airplane mode, I think. I did. Did I take it off air? Yeah, I did. I took it off airplane mode because I had this guy calling me yesterday that that's done messed up my call. Man, can y'all hear you calling me on the wrong number? Uh, yeah, that's the wrong. Can y'all still hear me? Okay, I got to see if they can still hear me. Can y'all still hear, or do I need to come out and do it again? Hold on a second, Rob.
All right, man.
All right, do I need to? Can y'all still hear me? Put a one if you can still hear me. Okay, or do I? Okay. All right, Rob. Okay,
Hey, good morning, brother. How you doing?
I'm well, sir.
Good morning, Nicole, and good morning, Jamie, and everybody else, guys. I think the biggest lesson here is that you're the Don every day. You talk about us needing to lean on each other and be friendly and love each other. I think that you know having a religion and having something to back up your life versus just me. That's kind of important. But you know, I mean, and the reason I'm not freaking out right now, Don, is because I've been through it before, buddy. I've lost and I made, and I've lost and I made, but I still got plenty. I'm not gonna be homeless.
Wow.
I'm,
So
I'm not gonna
so
not gonna be
Rob.
homeless, Don.
So after so what is your impression, man, of this bank failure?
Um, the bank that failed is Silicon Valley Bank. We use it because we loan money to people. If you go to WCI, credit.com. We loan money. We're basically a bank, and it's a high tech. It handles the high tech sector, so it's in New York and Los Angeles and overseas in New York or London. But we fund startup ventures. We start up companies that are in startup mode, right? Companies that are in seed rounds. So they're companies and they get funded at different levels. Now, a lot of it's in California and Palo Alto, right? And that's it. Problem is, Don, during the beginning of the pandemic, banks had what's called a reserve requirement. What that means is if you have a bank, you have to have so much money in cash to back up your deposit money, right? So if everybody wants to get their money, they want to get their money, they can get it. Well, they took that reserve requirement away. So now, on Thursday alone, there were $48 billion. People went out and withdrew $1 billion in one day out of a bank. I mean, it just caused it to spin. And then the next day, people, did everything they could yesterday. And people got their money in the morning, right? And as I talked to, listen, scroll down here, I was telling Jamie, I was like, it's we're very blessed because we have 9 different banks. So it's not we only have one bank, right? Now, Don, I will tell you, if this was, I'm talking as a business person right now, but if you were talking to Rob as an individual, and I only had one bank account, and it got hit like that, that'd be tough, buddy. That'd be tough.
Wow.
But as my position as a businessman and a CEO of a company, then we try to manage our risk as much as we can.
So Rob, what do you think the fallout would be from this?
I think that right now there's 48 hours. It's a test, and it's going on today, Saturday, and Sunday, and there are a lot of people that have. I mean, there are people that have the Roku, for instance. You ever heard of Roku TV, Don?
Right.
Okay, they had close to $1 billion put deposit in their checking account in this bank. Can you imagine that, Don? $1 billion. Okay, so in other words, imagine their CEO, right, going to write out a check or payroll and find out that nothing's available. So then he gets in his car, CEO Roku gets in his car, and then he drives over to the branch in Palo Alto, and they're like, well, on Monday we will release $250,000. Well, $250,000, I have $1 billion deposited. Now these are large numbers, I know. We can break it down and say we can say $1, we can say $10. It doesn't matter. But I'll give you $250,000 on Monday because that's all. That's what we owe you as the FDIC, right? So the question is, how does Roku cover their payroll? Let's just hope they did what we did and they spread their risk around, right?
Wow.
Let's just hope that they spread it. They spread their risk around.
And as a result, they could end up going under too.
Absolutely. Think about that.
So
How
so
many
so so
how many people can handle losses like this? I
right.
mean,
So how many business? So the question gonna be is how many businesses are really gonna go belly up?
well, I'll tell you what. That's a damn good question. So let's find out, Don. How many? I'll tell you what. This is one thing. The bank has clients, right? So you go to a bank and you have clients. Well, 97% of the clients in this bank, with this bank that we were talking about, their deposits are above $250,000. 97%. So you get that right there. That tells you right there. So let's take it. Let's answer your question. How many? Let's just find out how many clients does
That man, it's gonna be some. I'm really interested to see what the fall, not only what the fallout from this is going to be.
Hmm.
But what is the government response
Well,
going to be?
the response is this, Don. You have to realize that starting Wednesday night, and this is high end stuff, and some people in this room will like this, some people won't. But on replay, they'll listen to it. Um, Janet Yellen, who's this, in charge of all this, she said, "Guys, there's a lot of stuff happening right now, and there's banks that are in distress." And they set up a lot of things where they can literally, because of what happened in 2008, remember that?
Right.
Um, they can walk in and just shut you down. That's exactly what they did. I mean, normally it takes due diligence and all that. They don't give a damn, Don. They don't care. It's over. You know what I mean? They just shut it. They don't want that to happen anymore. Okay. So by the way, I'm typing in Silicon Valley Bank client and TS just to give you some names. This is coming from another CEO like me. Rippling. This is another company. They discovered yesterday that Silicon Valley Bank and they expected solvency challenges. Just now, we learned that the FDIC had stepped in and effortlessly shut down the bank. SVB is the most important capital provider. Listen to this, Don. Listen to this. Silicon Valley Bank is the most important capital provider to tech startups and the biggest supporter of the community in biotech. Now is the time to support them. Next one. These are from Twitter. More in the venture capital community needed to speak out publicly to quell the panic about SVB. So listen carefully. They're telling us as venture capitalists, right? They're telling us that we need to speak out very, very loudly. In other words, we can't sit back right now. I believe that their CEO, when he says that they are solvent and not in violation of any banking ratios, and that's what I talked about having to have so many dollars, set aside. But people are freaking out now. What will happen, in Main Street? Boy, I don't know. There's an article that came out this morning on CNBC that says, listen to this. This is scary stuff, right? Just listen to this, Don. The sudden collapse of Silicon Valley Bank has thousands of tech startups wondering what happens to their millions of dollars in deposits, money market investments, and outstanding loans. Most importantly, they're trying to figure out, very important, on how to pay their employees. Number one question is, how do we make payroll in the next couple of days? Said Ryan Gilbert, founder of venture firm Launchpad Capital. No one has the answer. It's a 40-year-old bank that's been known for handling deposits and loans of thousands of tech startups in Silicon Valley and beyond. It fell apart last week.
So you got a lot of people that could be facing
48
homelessness.
hours. In 48 hours. This all happened on in 48 hours, buddy.
Wow.
At least don't remember back in 2008. I don't know if I'm sure you do, but you know what? We had a lot of time. We had weeks for the Fed to try to figure this out. They shut this shit down quick, right? Done.
Wow.
So the bottom line is, buddy. The bottom line is, we're not gonna be scathed. Now, if I was talking to you as a family person, and that was all my family's money, that kind of thing, then it'd be different, right? And so you would be hearing a different Rob right now. But we still only have $250,000 out of that $2.5 million. That's it. But the rest of it, your question is, how does it affect everybody else? I just think it's, there's what they call contagion, Don. Contagion. Remember, that's the fear, oh my God, everybody's gonna get sick. We all need to get masks. Everybody needs to do that. So everybody freaked out, right? And that's, if it starts freaking out and everybody starts going to the bank today on Saturday and trying to withdraw, hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever they have, say you just sold your house. I have a buddy of mine I called last night at 3 a.m. Bro, you have $670,000 cash in your checking account. That's stupid. That's dumb. Okay, that's not smart. Because I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking, Don. He could lose all that.
Wow. And so when people get this mad run on the bank, Is that going to also increase crime? Because now folk houses are going to be broken into more often for folk looking for it, now thinking that people now, you know, if they taking their money out the bank, it's got to be in their house somewhere. You think some people smart enough to
Yeah.
say,
There's people. By the way, Box, I'm watching it. I'm watching your comments. Thank you, Nicole too. Um, the only question I can answer, that way I can answer that is absolutely yes. But there's a lot of us people who had not. I don't want to say make, because that's an artificial name. But those of us that are around money like that at that level, Don, we have to be protected. So we have our own security. We have our own. We have our own. Uh, Bulletproof windows kind of thing. You know what I mean? All cameras everywhere. So if anybody tries to break into our house, it's like you're dead. I mean, it's just straight death. Done. It's over. But first, before you break into there, you have to get through the gates and all the security we have around us. Not just for me, but for everybody. I'm here in Las Vegas, Don. Right? So like the CEO of MGM and CEO of Caesar's Palace and all the stars on the strip, we all live in the same place. So,
wow.
so it's not like you're gonna have a bunch of guys walk in like they do on when you watch on TV. I'm just gonna say it. Remember, I asked you a question. It was like for me to speak directly, and you said yes, right? Do I have permission to still speak directly?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, it's not like you're gonna have 7 black guys try to come in and try to nail one of our houses, right? Or try to if they did. It'd be a massacre. That's what would happen.
But see, you see, Rob. But see, let me show you, man. And
Go ahead.
this is
No,
how.
by the way, I need to clarify that, Don. I'm not for that. I'm not saying people should take that law into their own hands and do that. I'm just telling you that that's the tolerance that people would have and what they wouldn't have, Don. Okay?
But see, here's the mistake that communities like yours make. See, they focus on the black people that they see and not realizing that white burglar who knows you ain't paying attention to him because you looking for somebody black and he's the one that's taking advantage of you.
Okay, you know what? And you're absolutely right. And
Okay?
that's why I asked you. That's why I asked your permission. Remember, I asked your permission to talk directly.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So every time I turn on the major television networks, Don, and I see people breaking into Louis Vuitton, and I see people breaking into all the major stores. What do I see, Don?
It's by design, black folk.
Okay. So
Remember, let me show you something. Let me give you an example.
I'm talking to my audience right now.
Okay,
Remember?
but listen, let me give you an example.
Go ahead.
Back in the day, before 9/11, you used to could travel internationally on your driver's license. You didn't need a passport. Okay? And I remember when I took my kids to Jamaica, we come back through customs. Customs would always go through when they saw a Rastafarian. I mean, they
Oh yeah.
they
You're right.
they
Okay,
went through
I
all of
remember
his
that,
stuff.
Don. I remember that, Don.
Okay, but the white girl who the Rastafarians gave his stuff to
Went right through.
walked right through.
But they figured that out now, Don. I mean, I guess you just got to watch it. I watch these TV shows on YouTube.
Yeah, no, seriously, and that's how it was, man. For the longest time,
Yeah.
they knew that they were gonna draw attention.
Yep.
So the mules were the white girls.
But can I make a point?
Yeah, go ahead.
So even if it is a white person that infiltrates the place I live, right? It's like and past our security and then tries to, they're gonna have the same result, Don.
But they might. But what I'm saying is, they would be freer to move because they wouldn't be under
might be freer,
suspicion.
but they're gonna still get shot.
But they wouldn't be under suspicion though. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I see. Yeah,
You see,
yeah.
because when that
And,
black person come in,
and
they automatically gonna be under
okay,
suspicion.
and I will answer that only because I ask you permission to be able to speak openly.
Okay.
Okay. And you know what? You're absolutely right, Don. You're absolutely right. And I don't know an answer for that. But I do know this: when I go to church on Sunday, there are black people there, Mormon church on Sundays. Okay, there are black people there. We love them and care, and they love us. It's not a big deal. Being Mormon, Don, it means you're given certain inalienable rights, as just like as an American, some places, right? You're never going to go hungry. You're never going to go without. You're going to always, as long as you do your part.
So
You
so
know,
so so let,
do you understand that?
so let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
What is the homeless rate in the Mormon community?
Probably. Well, there's probably. I'm sure there's at least a couple percentages of people who just check out, and the kids that are raised too tight, and they want to do drugs and they want to live, but there's no homeless encampments and things like that. So point maybe half of a point, maybe Don. Point
Mm-hmm.
half of it. It's not like LA or anything like that.
And what about crime in the Mormon community, man? Do you have a lot of crime in the Mormon community?
Yeah, a lot of white collar crime, Don. Big time, big time. You got to realize it's just as easy as still 10 million as it is still $20. And the penalty for stealing 20 million is less than it is for stealing $10.
Seriously.
Well, think about it for a second.
Well, you know, I hadn't really, damn, I hadn't really processed it like that, but you're probably right. When you steal
Well,
$10, you'll get more time than if you stole 2 million.
because of 2 million, it's done by it's white collar. It's on the computer. Well, see, Nicole says that happens in the stores all the time. Those Karens rob them blind while they follow me, and I never stole anything a day in my life. So what's happened is our dear friend Nicole, who I've seen here for many times along with boxing, is getting profiled. Right, is being profiled, even though she's never done anything wrong. She's probably a corporate executive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nicole, I remember the movie, the Jodi Arias movie about the lady unalived. Jodi Arias movie, and the lady unalived that man named Travis. He was in the I can't quite understand that, Nicole, but it talks about Travis. Yeah, Travis and Jodi Arias. That's right. She killed him. A young girl. I mean, just lasered in on it. Because as Mormons, we tend to be more direct, right? We tend to be more in the public eye. We tend to be more the people that are the mayor and the councilman, and we want to be the public attorney, the district attorneys, things like that, Don. Right? I mean, we want to build the team, build the community. I mean, in Las Vegas, especially where I'm at here, my friend, it was started. Howard Hughes, who gave everything he had to the LDS Church, right?
Yeah, right.
And Howard Hughes, right?
Right, 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 right,
Yeah.
right,
So
right, right.
he gave billions of dollars, and then now we're talking about it. I mean, just look what happened just the other day. The church had to pay a fine of $5 million because they found almost $200 million of cash from the Mormon Church. It has. So I don't want to dwell on that, but Nicole says that was the first time I was introduced to the community by that movie. Well, Nicole, just do your research on Mormon, on LDS people. I mean, it's a different group of people. We're very, very loving, caring, giving, and we are the people that manage banks. We're the people that do what we do because we're very, I was very blessed on. I went to college at a university called Brigham Young University. I had a full scholarship, didn't pay one dime for college, for books or anything, nothing. I was given a full scholarship. But you know what? I earned it. So it wasn't like it was given to me, right, Don?
Well, we've seen some of the college cheating scandals out there, so
Yeah.
we do know there is some cheating with the colleges. So
But back when I was doing it, buddy, people didn't think like we're thinking now. People didn't have, Chat GPT, and they didn't have Google to go answer, or they didn't have all that. Why is Utah the main place? Well, Utah's the center for the LDS Church. And guys, just think about this, Don. Think about this. Is something for you to understand, or at least try to process. I try to process it. I own different companies, and you know that. In Utah, Don, it is so hard. It's so easy to find people that are very, very smart and that you can hire. It's going to cost you a lot of money. I mean, every kid that walks out of BYU is a minimum of $100,000. That's just straight up. If you graduate from BYU, it's $100,000. 480 miles away here in Las Vegas, I can't fill positions, Don. I can't fill positions for a construction company that I own. I can't, because they don't have the work ethic, the talent, or the abilities that we have in Utah. Do you know what I mean by that, buddy?
I'm surprised that you can't find the work in Vegas. I mean that's shocking.
For unskilled labor, maybe you might find it. But for running a company, and our corporate offices are here, Don.
Right.
So it's hard. So I have to bring in other people, buddy.
Right. Wow.
But I listen to you. Like I said, yesterday we lost $2 million yesterday, right? Where am I at? I could be on CNBC trying to talk to those guys, but I'm talking to you because you know what? God looks at things in different ways. We're blessed. I'm blessed to be able to, number one, not have all my eggs in one basket, right, Don?
That's true.
Right.
That's
so,
true.
And I'm also blessed because I hear what you say all the time, and I interviewed you, and it went all over the world, and most people know what we do. You got a lot of attention, and that's awesome. But I just your whole thing is, can't we all get along? Well, in my opinion, that means can the black man and the white man get along? Well, yeah, I have no problem. But if you try to steal my tires off my car, I'm gonna.
Rob, tell me something, man.
I might be pissed,
But listen to me. But why can't good people come together, man? Why is it so difficult for good people to find each other?
Why can't my people have
good people? Good people. Why is it so difficult for good people to find each other? Why are good people afraid of other good people?
Well, let me ask you this question. Are you a good person?
Absolutely.
Do you consider me a good person?
Absolutely.
Bingo.
But we're in the minority though.
Well, but it's real.
You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying.
I've been following you for 3 years, Don.
But Rob, but this is my question though. But see, take ourselves out of the equation. Okay. Why is it that other good people can't find other good people? Why is that so challenging?
Okay. I still have permission to be open, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. I think that people who have skills are worried about somebody else coming in and jumping on their little bandwagon and hurting them and taking away what little things they think they have, and they're not thinking on a broader scale. So they rather would keep all their little aces to themselves and sit at home and not talk to anybody and just be not be out and available, right?
Man, that makes no sense to me. I don't know what you said, but
I'll say it again.
That didn't make no sense to me. I don't know about nobody else, but.
And again, I'm just talking. I'm not doing a stage presentation.
Now listen to me, Rob. Rob, the question is, why can't good people find other good people?
Scared of the other good person coming in and taking them over or taking what they have.
You think that's what it is?
Sure. Otherwise, we'd have a ton of people in like Kiwanis and the Lions Club and all the fraternal things that used to happen when I was growing up as a kid. I mean, there was a lot of stuff like that. Remember that, Don?
Yeah.
And when Utah, I heard you in here talking about the fraternities. I'm in a fraternity, and I can't get into that, but I can tell you that those things exist a lot more, and that gives you a lot more. I Nicole says, I think people just don't trust other people. Well, yeah. And you know what, Nicole? If you're Mormon, you do business with Mormons. Do you guys get that, how that works? What do you think? Do you know that? You know that, right, Don?
Yeah.
You know, so like attracts like. But as far as why don't good people get together, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know people. I don't have to. I don't vet everybody and say, oh, you're good or you're bad. I don't do that, right? Because I've made mistakes in my life,
Right.
so I don't. So I can't judge anybody,
But
right?
it's not about judging though, man. See that's not, we're not talking about judging another person. We're talking about being able to support or get behind what another person that's doing that's positive in the world.
You know, and all I can do is answer for myself, and all I'll say is Google my name. Okay, just Google my name. You'll look at the good that I do. I mean,
Right.
I say that openly because I help people around the globe. Okay, so you know that's my answer. I can't answer how Nicole's husband or Nicole's boyfriend, Nicole's dad would answer that question. I can't answer that way. I can't answer how boxing would answer that.
Right.
Um, all I can say is look at my results. My results don't lie, and like I think we talked about this. Google my name, and you'll see what we do. You'll see the podcast. You'll see the impact that we have around the world. So maybe it's God's way of saying, yeah, you guys lost some money yesterday, but we're going to be there to take care of you. You're going to be able to cover your payroll, right?
Now that I mean that's and a lot of people would take that for granted. But the mere fact that you could make payroll, man, is is uh is outstanding. I mean,
Well, that's a tough thing, Don. I mean, I'm not
you
going to
know,
lie.
it's
Yeah.
what time is it? All right, I got an hour and a half before I have to go and
But you know
deal
what I'm
with
saying, Don? I'm not going to lie about that. I think we're extremely blessed because maybe we do things to help people. You know what I'm going to do today, Don? Right now it's 7:32 here in Vegas. You know what I'm going to do? By 9 o'clock, I'm going to my church, and I'm going to help clean it. Don, let me say that again. At 9 o'clock, I'll be at my church, and I'll be running the vacuum and cleaning the toilets and helping out.
I've been there, man. I've been there.
But
Been
you know,
there.
no. Why am I doing it?
I've been there.
Wait, Rob. You have maids and stuff. Yeah, okay, but this is different. So I'm
Well,
giving
well,
back.
well. See, people don't see now. You're talking about serving,
Absolutely. Oh,
and a lot of people.
Boxing. Hold on. You need to address this, Don. A CEO cleaning toilets.
It's about serving boxing.
Man,
It ain't
there's
about
nothing.
position,
Yeah,
man. It's
yeah.
about when you come and offer yourself to be of service, um, on the behalf that somebody else is going to benefit from, and that person that might benefit from the work that you do might not even say thank you.
That's true, Don.
They might not even acknowledge. Matter of fact, they might not even know that you were part of the reason. That you see when you have people that's committed to serve, that's a whole different mindset, man. Cause you kind of focus
Oh,
in on what you're doing, and it ain't a whole lot of distraction. See, when you're a true server, you don't get distracted. See, you're not. See, people can depend on you when you're a true server. Okay, they count on you when you're a true server because you deliver, man. You present. You show up, and not only do you show up with excellence. You just don't do stuff half-ass when you serving.
yeah,
See, a
yeah.
true server, man, go out. You gonna give it your best When you regard if you cleaning the toilet, the bathroom gonna be clean when you come up out of there.
And maybe we need to talk about this, Don. My friends, my life has not always been like this, Don. You know that. It hasn't always been like this. So you know what? As far as a boxes comment, a CEO cleaning toilets, there's probably attorneys there, and probably the people in the city council are going to be there. You know, but guess what? We don't put labels on each other when we're there. We're there just to serve, right?
Right.
We're there to serve. And when you serve, do you guys ever? Do any of you have ever served before? Do you ever notice
No.
how good it feels, guys?
No, I can tell you they haven't because from their reaction. And like I said, man, when you committed, when you make a commitment to serve, man, you give up your selfishness. See, because you can't be selfish and serve. Let me say that again. You can't be selfish and serve because if you're selfish, when you serve, you're gonna have an attitude. Let me say that again. See, when you're selfish and you serve, you're going to have an attitude because people are going to be quick to get on your nerves.
And again, you can't put yourself in a position where you're higher than anybody else, because you know what? I mean, there's times when, like at Christmas, Don, it's no secret. I mean, there's not a lot of stuff I need in the world, right? I don't need a lot right now. So you know what we do with our family? We go out and we help people out. We try to help as many as we can. Why would we want to buy ourselves something stupid that we've already, if we don't need anything, then help somebody else, right?
Right.
I mean that's some powerful stuff, guys. And to the 8 people in the room, just consider this, my friends. John's question is so powerful. What if we could all just get together? I don't care if it's along racial lines or whatever it is, but just to assist other people. Oh, I already told you the reward. I've been here for an hour, and I've told you guys the reward that happens. I mean, especially in the Mormon Church, right? But I think that you have to realize that nobody is above having to do anything to help somebody else. You know, one thing about Mormons, guys, is, you know, whenever somebody moves out of an apartment or something, they don't call you all. They call the elders for them, right? I don't know if you guys know that, but that's what they do. So I'm out there myself, you know. I get out. I don't walk around in Gucci loafers and driving a Bentley and say, oh, I'm too good for this. Man, come on. It's not. You don't act like that, because you never know when you're going to be in that position, Don.
That's true. You never know, man.
If I didn't make some decisions I made correctly years ago, yesterday could have been the end of my life, right there. I mean, that's it. And you know what? You're right, brother. You made some points. When that bank went down, there's some people that man, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it's going to be 48 hours of terror for a lot of people. For me, I'm just going to give back and talk to Don Felton on the online, rather than just be some stuck-up CEO. I was very blessed that I didn't lose more, 200 times more, But today we still get to go do what we need to do and serve. I don't know. Service does something to me, Don. I don't know how to explain it, buddy.
I've been there, man. I've been there.
When you're serving.
I've been there, so I know the feeling, brother. Because
that's why I want you to tell me. It hasn't been a lot, but I've even assisted you a little bit, Don.
Yeah.
And there's not a big list of people that have done that, Don.
True.
You know.
That's true. That is so very true. I mean, there's nothing I can say about that. That's true.
So we just all help each other and realize that we're going to have some pains. And you know what? There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, man, should I go, man? I have to pull money out of my bank, and they just don't understand the stuff behind it, and they're not going to be able to hear this conversation right now. That everything's going to be okay. We're going to be fine, guys. We're going to be fine. You know, I mean, we have a good team here. This is a lot of people, a lot of love, right? We keep coming back because we love to hear what Don has to say. Don says a lot of the same stuff all at the same time, but his questions are always the same. Why can't we all just get along and help each other? Well, you know what? I say that
Well, you know, it's interesting, Rob. You know, a lot of people like to hear what you got to say, like to be around your energy, um, but not to the point where, yeah, you can call in if you want to.
Yeah,
Uh,
David, I'll hang up. That's fine.
uh,
Go ahead. You say you were saying people like to be in
yeah.
somebody's energy. Okay.
Uh, um, Damn, he threw me off.
Oh, you know what?
It'll come, it'll come, it'll come,
Yeah, because the question was
it'll come.
the question is people like to be around my energy or they like to be around it, but
Um, but um. Anyway, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I gotta let it come back to me. I got
no,
let.
no.
I gotta let it. I
I
gotta.
just think that that if we all just you know we're all of the age where if we just look back to when we were younger and look at the way we grew up, a lot of it is probably a lot different now than it was then. I don't have a solution to answer a lot of Don's issues about the people and I've watched the videos, guys. Okay, we featured Don on one of our broadcasts. I mean, hell, the man went to a Black Lives Matter rally and told them all to fuck off. I mean, that's pretty insane. Okay, and that went around the world. That was crazy. Um, and they were there, and they're like, all Don was doing is just like, well, why? What was your mantra, Don? You were yelling at
Talk
like, why?
about black on black crime.
Yeah, why can't we talk about black? And the worldwide media is there, the White House, and Don. This is just the other day, guys. And Don's in there telling, why can't we just all talk on black on black crime? They don't want to talk about that because that's not sizzle. That doesn't have the sizzle and the go. I give mad respect for that, guys. You know, you guys want to see something? You guys think Don's a joke? Honest to God, Google truth conductor. Google the word just truth conductor, and then go look at the photos on the photo section on Google, and look at the word pictures are coming from. ABC News, Tallahassee newspapers, on the wire services. Guys, I don't even have that kind of coverage, and there's probably 100,000 articles on me, but I don't have. I mean, this is craziness. I mean, what you guys joke about his sign, but you know what? When there's something going on, he's there, and he ends up on the nightly news. So, and I think he said one time, and I remember Don was having a bad day, and he's like, I still got my website. You're right.
Yeah.
So, that's it. There's nothing wrong with talking. Don's very open about his day, if he had a good day or if he had a bad day. But you know what? He always gets up and he ends up going to the next day, and I can tell you stories. You guys can too, right? Yeah, his name is definitely out there. Thank you, Devin. You're right. And so if you look at the pictures, it'll say ABC News. That doesn't mean like ABC New York or ABC Washington. That's not that. That means ABC News National, guys. And people get all mad at me and you go, Robert, we typed in Robert Paizola net worth. We know how much you're worth, Rob. We know what you're doing. But you know what? That's true. That might be true. But I was able to make that money, guys, because of what I learned in the lessons that Don and I are talking about right now, about giving, about coming together, about helping other people, about even if you have to maybe clean toilets to help people, Yeah, that's how it happened. Giving people chances, right? Giving back to prison reform. People get out of prison and they give them $50. You think that's fair? That's a passionate project of mine, guys. That's just wrong because you can't institutionalize somebody. You can't lock up people forever. I mean, it's just not. Especially when the man did not have a family growing up, guys. I mean, most of us in here probably had the benefit of having a family, right? That gave us some guidance.
But that's not an excuse, Rob, to make a stupid decision though, because you didn't have a family. There are a lot of people that didn't have families growing up, but they didn't get out here and do nothing stupid.
But Don,
You
every
know,
day, why
and saying,
when we were growing up, Don, were people going and robbing robbing people every friggin' day and gunning
But
people
see, you
down
have to.
every
But
single day, Don.
Rob, you got to ask yourself why. See, you ask yourself why is that happening?
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, and the reason that is happening is because we have created an illusion that material possession is success. Okay, we've
Okay,
created that illusion. Material possessions is success. Okay, all right. So
Devin has
so so
Devin has, yeah. You know what? That's true. You know what? Some people, because I live in here in Vegas, right? I'll admit. I mean, you walk through the casino and you see these people all dressed up and they've got, you know, things called Yeezys. I don't even know how much they cost, but they've got all this stuff and everybody knows and they're so important. And those are the shoes I think, Don. But I think that everybody wants to look. Everybody wants to look the part. You know, like, you know, they get some money and they just want to put it all into dumb stuff.
right.
And Devin asked a question: were there this many shootings when you were younger?
Absolutely, man. There always been.
Okay,
There's
well,
always
then,
been.
then, then, then
You know, at one point in
here's
the
the kicker. Here's the kicker, Don. The kicker is I must have been completely immune and grew up in a little circle where I didn't, you know, in the middle of Ohio. I was there, you know, when I was growing up, and I
well, that
never ever.
and that probably was the case. Cause, but see, here's the part that I think a lot of people suffer with. There are a lot of white communities in America that very few black people are around. There's still right now a lot of white communities in America that ain't no black folk around. And if it is, it's very few. You see, so they don't have to be exposed to some of the cultural shifts that these young kids will take you through, man. See, because if you sit down and talk to someone, and here's the problem. Here's the problem. These young kids face the same problem that we as adults face. Everybody lump them into a group. When you see a bunch of young kids, the first thing that people gonna say, look at them thugs. You see, everybody's labeled a thug. And that might not be the case. And this is what I've been saying. Man, we gonna have to separate the good from the bad. See, that's what we need to start focusing on. How can we separate the good people from the bad people?
So, well, you're not saying good black people and good white people. You're saying how can we separate good from bad?
Yes.
That's a
Good
great.
good and
No,
bad don't have a color.
yeah, Don. That's a great question. That's a great question.
Rob,
I,
good and bad don't have a color.
you're right.
I mean, think about it. Good and bad don't have a color. They have made black bad, but when you sit down and look at it, man, good and bad don't have a color. Because there's good and bad in everybody. There are good rich people and there are bad rich people. It's just that simple.
That's true.
Okay? And I'm saying, man, let's separate the good people from the bad people. That's what we need to do. And right now, the
Can I
good
ask
people.
let me ask our audience. How would just type in the chat? How would you guys separate the good people from the bad people? And the problem is, Don, I have a question. What do people say? The mayor is always good. Whoever's the mayor is good, right?
Okay.
Um, some mayors get put in jail for fraud. See, so how do you know? What if it's not the wolf in sheep's clothing, Don? So if we want to separate them, how are we going to do that? That's a great question.
Because see again, man. See, good people operate in a win-win position in life. It ain't about them.
Absolutely true, sir. Absolutely.
Okay? When you're a good person, man, you're gonna operate in win-win in your life. Somebody else is gonna benefit. from what you're doing. And see, and when you're selfish and a self-centered person, you don't care nothing about what's going on with that other person. It's all about you. And that's it. And you can't fake this.
No, no, no.
Okay? You can't fake it.
Devin says I separate based on looks. I don't
Well,
want to sound racist,
see,
but I'll be the first. I
and
don't want to sound racist, but I'll be the first to admit.
and when you make that kind of mistake, see, that is when you becoming judgmental.
Say it again, but all judgmental.
Okay?
Okay,
That's when you becoming
let's at least salute.
judgmental.
Let's at least salute Devin for being honest.
All
How
right?
about that?
No, but I'm just saying, but see, when you find yourself in that position, and you'll notice a lot of times looks will throw you off. Man, it's some of the prettiest and most handsome people in the world walking around right now infected. They got an STD and they look good.
Yeah.
Okay? They are handsome and they
So
carrying an STD.
So let's say the same thing, Don. I told everybody to go to Google and type in truth conductor and look at all your photos. You don't look like you have an SE. You look very successful. You look like you're a worldwide figure. So what if they type in Robert Paizola and you guys look at me? You're gonna be like, you guys don't know what I look like. You guys tell me when you guys look at my photos, what do you see, right?
I wish I had my other phone.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna show do it when I finish. But see, man, listen.
I mean, you can still use this phone, Don, and look stuff up and show people. You sure can. You sure can.
But the way the little
Like, I already know the results when they look you up. I already know the results of how awesome it looks for Don.
yeah.
Except for some stupid stuff with what's his name. That's and I'll tell you guys this. Anytime you're ever going to make change, what we're going to do something in the world that's going to be different, guys. People are always going to be after you. Keep that in mind, okay? So you're always going to have your thorns in your side, like somebody else. Yep, looks are deceiving, and that goes for good and bad. That's right. That's right. That's right. So that's where we all have. Don't when you say we all have inside us a sense of a third eye, maybe, to understand.
Well, we all have it, but we all don't use it. And the reason we don't use it is because we have too many default voices in our heads.
Mm-hmm.
See, when you start following your intuition, you know what that voice sounds like. You know what it feels like. And because so many people have so many voices in their head, because they're trying to keep track of so many things that they've said and that they've done. See, the one thing you have to remember, you don't have to remember the truth. Let me say that again. See, when you walk in your integrity, you ain't got to remember your conversation because you're walking in your integrity.
So you
But
don't have to worry about what you said, if it was true or false.
you don't have to worry about it
Yeah.
because you're walking in your integrity. But
So
when you walking in a lie, man, you got to remember everything you done said.
that's true, but look what boxing just said, Don. He goes, you judge a person in the first 10 seconds you first meet a person. Looks are absolutely deceiving. You know what? Boxing, that's true.
But
Hey,
but
Don.
but see, here is the part that I think a lot of people are missing. And that is, not only do you have to look at a person, but you also have to feel a person spiritually.
So that's a good point, Don.
Okay?
Wouldn't that answer the question of why am I not watching CNBC right now and watching the banks flood versus being online with you at my billing rate of $500 an hour, talking about things that benefit the community, benefit what we're doing? Think about that for a second. Where would my passion be, Don?
Well,
Stop talking about what the problem is. Okay, Devin said, stop talking about what the problem is, and then maybe more people would respect you. Devin,
well, see, Devin, see,
I don't understand that. Do you, Don? I don't think you
well,
can answer.
see, and you can't get an understanding if you don't understand what the problem is. And see, the reason we got so much confusion in our community right now is because we don't really understand what we're dealing with. We don't understand who we dealing with. That's why we got the confusion in the community. See, these young kids that we're dealing with now are the offsprings of the mind your business, glorify violence crew. We're now dealing with their offsprings.
Don, what if there's somebody in this room out of the 10 people that are here? What if there's one person who's maybe 22, 23, 24, 25? Who's like, man, I see something different, man. There's a possibility. I see what these guys are talking about. These guys know what's up. What do you think, Don?
Well, I tell you what, Devin, you listen, since you just go on get up out of here, man. We just gonna get you out since you ain't got nothing to bring to the table. Notice, see, you're gonna have a lot of people talk about solutions.
Devin M
But they never put any solutions on the table. All they do is come in and throw bricks at you. You trying. And yet people only want to come and throw bricks at you for trying.
Right.
You see, I could be doing something else right now.
Yeah, yes, that's right. That's right.
See, I don't have to go out with my sign every day, but at least I go out and try every day to touch somebody to say, man, stop hating each other because you disagree.
Right, but maybe you're not even seeing the benefit of what you're doing. What you're doing good yourself, Don. You're doing good. You're not even seeing the benefit. Maybe I say the benefit. It's all I say is this: look at my results. Look at your results, because all you got to do is type in truth conductor and then look at all the pictures of you all over the world on all the worldwide media. That's good. That right there shows you're doing good. You don't need. That's all you need to say. That's it. That's the
But
end of your
see, here's the problem though. I can't really brag about being positive because look at the condition I'm in.
Nah,
Look.
I disagree. I
Now,
disagree.
listen to me, Rob.
No,
Hear me out, Rob.
I'm going to challenge you on this, Don.
Rob, hear me
Go
out.
ahead.
Hear me out.
I'll listen. I'll listen. But I am going to challenge you.
See, we measure stuff by results. That's how things are measured, by results. And what are results? Your final condition is your results. And what I'm saying is, as for me personally, positive being in the positive framework, in the positive mindset, in all of the darkness that I'm in, has not proven to be profitable. Because right now, I'm in a whole lot of darkness. I'm in a whole lot of darkness.
Can I make a comment?
Go ahead.
Don, where did you sleep last night?
Oh, I slept right here.
Okay, I want you to look behind you, look to your right, and look to your left right now. Just do what I said.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Look to your right, look to your left.
Okay.
Okay, just for a second, I want you to do that.
Okay.
Just show everybody. I'll show you my point. Look to the right, look to the left, and look behind you.
Okay.
Okay. Now, turn on CNN, Don, and you see all these people in tents and all these people that are stuck, even over there by in Lafayette Park where you camp out, right? That does not right there. That does not look that, where you're at
But
right now.
see,
Does not look
and
exactly.
listen
That
to
looks
me,
beautiful.
Rob.
That looks beautiful. That looks stunning
Rob,
where you're at.
Rob, listen to me. See, listen to my viewpoint, man.
Okay.
See, I was one of the fortunate ones to get, even though I had a fall, the ground didn't catch me. See, you got a lot of people that have a fall, and the ground is what catches them.
Yes, sir.
And they're hurting because they fell on the ground. At least I fell into a hotel room. See, that was the difference.
That's my point,
We
John.
both we
That's my
both
point.
had a fall.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even it's a struggle even to stay here has been a struggle. Okay? This has been a struggle.
So let me ask you a question, Don. Is this going to be this so-called fall you're taking? Is it going to be a hammock that you're going to lay in the rest of your life, or is it going to be a trampoline that's going to
See,
bump
Rob.
you right back out to where you need to be, Don? I
Listen.
already know the answer, but tell me, what do you think it's going to be?
Well, see, let me tell you what if right now, Rob. If I came into some money, you know what I would do?
I've already heard. I know everything.
I'd go and buy me a van, and I'd work myself out of this hotel room. That's exactly what I would do. If I came into some money now, I would not go and get an apartment. I would go and get a van. So I got something dependable that I can do my tours with. See, getting an apartment, now listen to me. See, getting an apartment don't give me the dependability to still be able to do my stuff.
True.
See, because if I got a van, then I ain't got to worry about an apartment because I still can stay in. I can pay for this. And I can start saving up to move. See, so many people want to jump. That's why folks say, well, look at the money you paying. You could have got an apartment, and I would still be in the same position because ain't nobody booking no tours.
So, Don, let me ask you a question, because I guarantee you, I'm going to take this. I'm going to put this out as a webcast. I want you to tell everybody your name and tell everybody your phone number and your website of how they can book a tour. And tell them about your tours real quick. Take 30 seconds to talk about yourself, Don.
See, I have what I try to do is take people out of the monument box. This is what I try to do with DC. My tours start in South.
You're in Washington, D.C., right?
I'm in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
My website is dcblacktours.com. dcblacktours.com. It'll take you to my website, Capital Buddy Tours. Okay?
So right now, guys, we've gone ahead and our analysts, we put that at the bottom of the screen. Just look at the bottom of the screen. It'll see DC Black Tours, and then you click that link, and it'll take you right to his main page. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So what I try to do is show people what it was like to live in D.C. See, because you have to realize whether you want to accept this or not. See, in the nation's capital, black people had a 10 o'clock curfew. See, that they had a 10 o'clock curfew in D.C. So after 10 o'clock, you couldn't be caught outside. If you were caught outside and you were free, you got a $5 fine. If you didn't pay that fine, you got 6 months in jail. And if you were enslaved and you were caught out after 10, you got 40 lashes. So our lifestyles were different because we had, during the day, we got to be a certain way. But then at night, Man, we got to be just some sneaky cats, some panthers, some lions that we're prowling. See, we have to know what route where to go that's safe so you can get from point A to point B after 10 o'clock.
Okay, so Don, you have tours, and somebody right now who's in Europe wants to come and take one of your tours when they go to DC. What do they need to do? Because
Just
they know they're listening. They know
just
right
just
now
go
that
to
you do
go to
tours.
go to dcblacktours.com and book a tour. Just book a tour. And and we gonna make sure that if it's one person or if it's 50, man, you're gonna get the same thing. See, most of the people that come to DC and take a tour don't know who created that tour. If you ask the tour guys, who created this tour? They'll look at you like a cow looking at the new gates. I don't know. See, they just passing down some information that somebody else gave to them. But when you do my tours, I'm the creator. See, you can ask me. I can start my tours anywhere in and I want to. I don't have to start at the beginning.
Let me just make a comment if you don't mind.
Okay.
I was watching the other day. You didn't know I was in the room, but I was watching, and you were probably 2 hours in to discussing your business. Do you realize, Don, the stuff that you said about the names you talked about, the people, the depth and breadth of knowledge was you weren't even talking about your tours. So at the time, I was thinking, man, this guy. I was listening to all the names. I was writing names down. I was taking notes, Don, because I was like, wow. I mean, you were really you were on completely. I was like, man, I would, of course, I'm going to take a tour of one of his tours. I mean, he knows this much. I want to learn, right? So, but you did not ask at any time at the end, guys. This is what I say. This is Rob with Western Capital on the Westwood One Radio Network. We've been broadcasting live all across the world in 38 different countries and in 4 languages. We're live all over the world. If you want to talk to us, contact us. Touch us at robert@wcilive.com. So see, you didn't take the time to ask these people to come and support you, Don.
But see, and let me tell you why, Rob.
You gave more information than a Harvard professor, but you didn't ask him for anything.
But let me tell you why, Rob. Let me tell you why.
Go ahead.
Because see, when I help somebody, they ain't got to ask me. And if you reap what you sow, see, people don't have to ask me for help. So consequently, I shouldn't have to ask for help. See, that's why I can come and give you the information.
So what if I were to challenge you and tell you?
But listen to me though, Rob. See, listen to me, Rob. Listen to me.
Go ahead, Don.
See, I'd rather give you the information and you not pay me than to give you the information and say, hey man, can I get you support? And you say no. See, I'd rather just give it to you. If you're gonna support me, you're gonna support me. If you ain't gonna support me, I don't want to know it. And if I ask you, and that's why you don't. That's why. And if you go back and you look at a lot of my, rarely do I ask people, man, send me some money.
Well, I need to answer something. Luna Walker says, what is this guy talking about? You always talk about your tours. Guys, if you listen to it, there was a day he talked for 2 to 3 hours on pure Black history of people, and it's just stuff that blew my mind. But not one time did he tell me about his tour. So what? I disagree that if you give away that kind of knowledge, you have the right to say, okay, follow me here, do this. This is what we're here for. We're here as a team to help each other.
But see, Rob, this is what I'm saying. I shouldn't have to say that. That's my point. If you sitting down at the table and you getting fed, I shouldn't have to ask you, man, make a contribution toward the food. I shouldn't have to ask you that. You see, because now you're taking me for granted. You see, I shouldn't have to ask you. If you sit here and I feed you and I stimulate you mentally and I give you some information, I shouldn't have to ask you, will you support me financially? I shouldn't have to ask for that.
I can see where you're coming from on that. I can see that.
Okay? I mean, seriously.
I'll give you some coaching though, Don.
Okay?
On your bucket, put in donations appreciated. I saw your bucket the other day and it didn't say donations appreciated.
You know, I had a sign that says your donation will benefit me. I tell them the truth.
I know, but donations appreciated, Don. Some people have to be told what to do. Do you know that, Don?
Well, you might be, and I did that, man. I've had all them signs.
Okay.
I've had all those signs, and when I put a sign on a bucket, people think I'm begging. They don't see me as a business person. The first thing they ask me is, "What you gonna do with the money?" Man, I'm gonna do something else positive with the money.
Look how you're dressed right now, and then look how I'm dressed. I'm in a t-shirt and sweats, and look, you're dressed up with a starched shirt at 8 o'clock in the morning out here. Come on.
Well, but see, this is my brand.
Exactly.
You see, this is my brand, and what I've discovered.
Hold on a second, Don. Hold on.
Okay.
If you don't, Luna, if you don't like the channel, don't watch. Luna, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Hey Luna, who doesn't know? Are you saying Don doesn't know? You can obviously say what. I don't care what you care to say about me. But are you saying Don doesn't know what he's talking about? Because you must be new here your first day or something. Because you haven't listened. He does look professional, absolutely. And there's an ironing board. I guarantee if you use the camera, you'll see an ironing board.
I got to start some more shirt. This is my last. Yeah. This is my last clean start shirt I put on this morning. Yeah. This is a fresh shirt.
She's talking about you, not TC. So, Nicole, thank you. I appreciate that. And you know what, Miss Luna, I'm just going to stand down because you weren't here during the conversation. You don't know anything about me, and I appreciate that. And I'll just stand here and listen. But you know what? If you go back and listen to this conversation, you're going to feel like a real fool for what you just said right there. And Nicole would probably school you really easily because you know what? We are all here to support. I'm glad you know. I am very glad that you know everything. I've been here since day. No, you haven't. Not since me. No.
All right, listen. Hold on a second.
I can't handle.
Y'all, let's.
Devin, I'll let you and Devin handle that one.
All right, Luna, and Rob.
That's negative energy.
Oh, okay. We're not going. Let's not get into that. Okay. Let's not deteriorate to that. All right. Yeah. I mean, listen. Y'all know this is what zone this is. You know what zone this is, so don't think brother can't handle himself. Okay, this is my zone. All right, okay. So don't. You know, it's all good, man. It's all good.
So all I'm saying, Don, is you have a hell of an ability to attract people. People love you. People listen to what you say. People see you on a regular basis. Man, how many people do you know that? Let's just talk real. They lost their apartment, man. How many people do you think of doing what you're doing, going back every single day doing the exact same thing? And playing your music and doing whatever. TC draws people in. That's what Box said. Amen. I'm always on here every live. Luna. Okay, so you know what? That's true. So he does draw people in. Now, guys, the only question is, what can we do to be able to cement that and turn that into financial prosperity? Now, that's a great thing. There's 12 of us. So there's 12 people with 12 abilities here, right? Thank you. You're right, Devin. So what advice do we offer? What can we do to serve you? He's given us a lot of information, which he has. What can we do to give back? Is that a good question, Don?
That's a great question, man. You know, and see, and what I want people to understand, if I had a problem with giving, I wouldn't still be going down to the White House if I had a problem with giving. When I go sit there every day, man, play my music, play the national anthems, and a lot of times people don't even say thank you. So if I had a problem with giving, why do I keep going back? Why do I keep banging my head against the wall if I have a problem with giving? See, because I know what I'm doing, even if I don't benefit from it, man, somebody on my bloodline will. Okay?
And maybe just because I want to clarify what the word give means. Give does not mean you have to give money, my friends. Okay, let's be clear. Give means there are 12 people in this room right now that are listening to this conversation. That means somebody's life might be changed because we are talking in a very open way. Luna, wow. Devin, okay. See, Luna just kind of pulls me down today, Don.
All right, here's what we're
Positive.
gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what
We
we're
try
gonna
so
do.
hard to be so positive and to help my
All
buddy.
right, let me put Luna in timeout. Okay?
All right.
All right?
You know,
Luna is in timeout.
yeah, because guys,
Okay?
we're trying to show people what we can do to help them, right?
All right.
We don't want to destroy people. We want to help them. What can we do? And Don's got some good points because he does bring up the same points over and over. But you know what? Until they're answered,
But see, and let me explain to people why I keep bringing up the same points over and over. Because that's how you get your message in. You have to be repetitious. You see, if you can't be repetitious with your own message, how you think you're gonna get it in?
I remember you on a live the other day, Don. You said, you know what? I'll say the same thing, but I'll say it 4 different ways.
That's right.
But I'll still keep saying the same thing. In the media, they're behind me, but I'll say it every day. So there's nothing you can say in my face that I'm not going to be able to respond to in a different way. Didn't you say that, Don?
That's right. And that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
See, you have to learn different ways to say whatever your message is. Because see, repetition is boredom. Let me say that again.
Yes,
Repetition is boredom. See, you can get bored real easy being repetitious yourself. And when you find yourself getting bored being repetitious, then you just change up how you're doing it. You're still saying the same thing, you just saying it a different way. And see, and you can continue on to be repetition. And when you get tired of that, then go back to the first way you did or have you another way. You still can say the same thing. And see, and let me show you. And see, when the media captures you, see, you'll always look like you got some fresh points.
Yes, sir.
You always look like you got some fresh points. Okay? And that's the one thing that see a lot of people talk bad about the media. But if you're trying to build a brand, listen. If you got a brand, the press is your best friend.
Oh, my God.
If you got a brand.
Don, say that again.
If you got a brand, the press is your best friend.
Oh, man.
Cause that's who gonna get you out, man.
I got to answer Will's question here.
Okay.
Will says, most buckets I would just walk by. But if someone would say, please give to my bucket, and if I got it at the moment, if I had a little bit extra money, I just might do that. You got to use, Don, you got to use repetition even in that. So you know what? I'm going to challenge you, Don, to ask for the money. So if you're going to be there for 7 hours during the day, why don't we put something on the bucket that says donations appreciated? Just think about it. That's somebody who's one of your people who's giving you feedback, saying, yeah, this is what I would do. And you know what? That's powerful. When somebody like that who comes in our room and listens to what we say says, you know what, I would probably walk by it, but if somebody asked me, I'd probably go talk to them, and if I had the ability, I would do it.
But here's what I
And then
find, Rob.
he's telling you had to get money out of him.
Here's what I find, Rob. Here's the interesting question that is always posed to me
Okay.
is when people come up and say, well, what are the donations going to go to? Who's troop conductor? That's
So
the first. That's the first question they ask me.
So I'll be a guy coming to walk up to your. But let's role play. Wow, that's a great sign. What are you doing here? I like that hat, man. I like that hat.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really nice.
Well, thank you, man. You know, and they ask, well, but what are donations gonna go to?
Bam! Here's your answer. You know what? Thanks for asking me, because you know what? This city is something that I value in my life, and as somebody who loves DC, I spend every hour of every day working with young black men, working with the black community, and showing people from outside the city the wonderful history of the black life in America as it happened, point by point. So yeah, I have a touring company. I teach people. I'm a teacher. I'm a professor. I teach people learn, and we go in and we show people what has happened here in DC. Would you like to go on one of our tours?
But you see, Rob. But
You're
see,
the expert, Don. You can say that. You don't have to bullshit that.
no, no.
That's
But
real.
see, but listen to me, Rob. Listen to me. Listen to me. See, first of all, and this goes back to the original conversation about looks. First of all, when I'm sitting out in the cold, I'm bundled up, I'm layered up. I don't look like this, okay? Because I'm bundled up. I'm layered up because I'm sitting out in the cold. And sometimes being bundled up like that, people can actually think, look at that guy here. Because I'll even have a blanket
Right.
around me. And folk might think I'm homeless.
So let me ask you a question.
and I'm just trying to keep warm.
Right. Okay. If they say that,
You see what I'm saying? They look at me.
No, hold on. You asked me to be real.
Okay.
And I'm your coach. You asked me to be real. So I'm
Okay.
going to be real. What's the solution to that, Don? It's real easy.
What's that?
Don't put a blanket around you and be on
Shoot,
point.
man.
Explain
Let me tell you something. When that wind is biting, when that wind is cold, and I'm sitting there in that wind chill, see, it's one thing to sit there in your coat in that wind chill, but when you got a blanket, see, you can kind of buffer that wind chill.
We have more lessons to learn from our
Okay.
own audience. We
All
have more
right.
lessons. We have more lessons. Boxing says, "I've never thrown money into a bucket and asked where the money's going to." That's what he says.
Right.
Boxing then says, "Well, what they do with the money isn't my concern. I threw £5, which is $5, in the bucket to do whatever it makes them happy with, because they see the value of you." Right?
But most folk don't see it that way.
Well, these
Okay.
are your listeners. These are the people you see every day. So this would be a good sampling of the number of people you're.
Okay,
dealing with.
Luna, please don't come up. Don't bring that.
Doesn't know your life, or you know what?
Luna, don't bring that negative energy back up in here.
And,
Okay.
Don, you need to tell them about our days back.
All right. If you please don't, because we're trying to do something, Luna. If you can listen, if you want to listen, listen. If you don't want to listen, go. Because I don't want to block you.
Ever since Periscope, Luna,
Okay, I don't want to block you, Luna. All right, so we're trying to get something, and everything can see, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good point to show you. See, when you're trying to work some stuff out, when you're trying to get to some solutions, see, we're trying to clear the path right now, and that might be unpleasant. Okay, that might be unpleasant. So let the conversation, we clearing the path right now. Ain't nothing in stone, ain't no directions, none of that. Okay? We are clearing the path right now. So when you're clearing the path, man, all kinds of conversations are gonna come up. When you're clearing the path. Okay, because nobody's talking about this kind of stuff.
And nobody ever said it was easy, did they, Don?
No,
Nobody
no,
ever
it's
said that
not.
was easy.
Okay,
It's
it's
hard
not.
sometimes.
It's hard, man, when you're communicating with people, when you're trying to establish something. That ain't easy. And we got too many people that too easy to get in a fence because we're trying to get a blueprint here that we
Mm-hmm.
can pass on to other people.
Because we do know that they're listening, and we do know that we might be able to
This is
change their
not
life.
just for us.
This is not just about Rob and Don talking. You guys understand that, right?
You see, we're trying to develop a blueprint here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all we're trying to do. And you're gonna make mistakes, man. When you're trying to make a blueprint, you're gonna do that.
But I will tell you this, guys. What does Don say? Let's have the conversation. Let's have the conversation. So the question is, are we now having the conversation? Wow.
You see, so that is what this is what we got to do, y'all. Okay, good people are just gonna have to come together. Good people are gonna have to find themselves. Good people are gonna have to be able to link up. Uh, hold on a second here.
Okay, Don, welcome back. While you're thinking for Don, she just said, Luna just said, eviction is no joke. People keep telling me to call this place, and when there is no help, it's frustrating. Boy, you know what, Luna? I appreciate that. You know what? There's a lot of people right now going through that, and we help. And you know who we find that are being targeted? Single African American mothers of multiple children. And there is no backup plan right now because all the backup plans have failed. Now, we talked earlier today about my situation where my bank got shut down last night. I mean, I took a hell of a hit. It's nothing compared to what you're talking about there about eviction, Luna, right? Maybe if you listen to what we're saying today, you're going to hear maybe something from me or from Don that's going to be like, wow, that gives me a whole different outlook on something. Well, there it is. I'm going through it now, and I'm not single. Wow. That we appreciate what you're saying. I bet you if you just listen to what we're saying, you're going to get something that's going to really, really show you a different way to look at things. What do you
Yeah,
think, Don?
yeah, and again, see, because a lot of times we find ourselves in need. We
I'm
have a
sorry, I lost you.
tendency,
I lost you. I lost you on that, buddy. What'd you say?
yeah, but see, a lot of times we find ourselves in need,
Yes, sir.
and and that's what takes precedence. That need, that's always ever present in your mind, and especially when you need and don't have. See, now you're trying to figure some shit out. Now you trying to juggle Peter to pay Paul. See, when you ain't got, you always juggling. Okay? And thank you, man. Oh Lord.
Absolutely. Yes. Happy Sabbath day. Happy Sabbath day,
Okay.
JC.
So
Newport.
it's just man, when you're going through some stuff, keep your head.
Let
That's
me
all
ask
I
you.
can tell you.
Let me ask you a question, Don. How
Yes.
long you been? How long you been in that hotel right there? How many days?
Uh I don't know, probably almost a month now.
Okay. So the first day you moved in, did you have a month of payments to put down
No, I
to pay
didn't.
for that?
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
And do you?
I'm
So
paying day to day. I mean
so what did
sometimes.
the Lord? What has the Lord done for you versus somebody who just gives up, starts taking fentanyl, and lives on the streets in a tent? What
Well,
is the Lord?
I mean, first, like I told you, a hotel caught me. My car didn't catch me.
Yes, sir.
A hotel caught me.
Oh,
And
and you have a
and
car, and you have a car too.
and let me tell you, yeah, and let me
Wait,
tell you
wait,
what's
you have a
really
car
crazy.
right now, Don. You have a car too, right?
Yeah, let me tell you what's crazy.
Wow.
Listen to me. Listen to what's crazy.
Blessings of God are strong here today, Don.
When I first came to this hotel, the room that they was gonna give me originally was the day I got married. And I said, I want to be lower. And they gave me a room lower. But the original room that I had was 329 the day I got married.
Oh,
See, and this is what I'm saying to people. People might say, well, you know, what is that? God will always give you signs if you're paying attention. When I went, I asked my daughter, I said, I need a storage, I need a place for storage. Okay? She said, here's the address of that. I said, damn, this is mama's last name. She said, I know. I go to the storage place. The first storage bin I get was too small. I said, I need something bigger. She said, okay, I got these two 10 by 10s. And the first one she said was six something. I said, no, I don't want that one. She said, well, the next one I got is eight. I said, I want that one. That's my daddy's birthday. See,
wow.
see, this is, and you might be saying, well, what that got to do with your? See, God will come and show you little bitty things at different moments if you just pay attention. But because we get so emotional, because we're so invested emotionally in what we're doing, a lot of times, man, we miss the big picture because we're taking it personal. See, I don't work on the Sabbath day. I don't work, man.
Now let me say this, Don. Say that again. Say I don't say that.
I
Say
don't
that.
work. I don't work on the Sabbath day.
Okay, and guess what? What are we seeing you doing right now?
But
Look how good you look, man. Look how stunning you look.
let me show you something. Listen, in 28 minutes, I'm going up here to the front desk, and I'm gonna extend this room. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I know in 28 minutes, I'm going to that front desk, and I'm going, I'm going, I'm going to extend this room, cause I don't work on Saturdays, and I know God ain't gonna have me do no work to move out of this room on Saturday when I don't work for myself on Saturday. So I know I ain't gonna have to leave here on the Sabbath. I'm not gonna leave here. I know that, man. And you don't think for 1 minute, sitting down looking at the clock, say, man, you know, ain't no money coming in the bank. You ain't got, you know. I mean, that's just the way it is. You just got to believe, and that's what I do.
So let me ask you a question, Don.
Yes.
How much is one night in that hotel? Just one night.
See, I don't want. I'm gonna tell you something, Rob. I don't wanna. I don't wanna start putting out no prices
Okay.
because see, I got some trolls
Oh
that'll take
really?
that and throw that in my face.
Man, I would hope you would say something like $49 a night. I mean, I don't know, but I'm
You
hoping that
see,
that's some.
you see. Now I don't wanna put no price out. See, because I don't want them.
That's hold on. This is
You,
important.
you
Nicole
know.
said that's too personal to ask.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what, Nicole, you might be right in a normal
Okay.
situation, but I asked permission. See, you have to realize before I started talking today, I said the trolls will eat it up. You're right. Okay, I got you. But
Yeah.
I asked him very, very specifically for permission to
Yeah.
dig
No.
on
No.
that.
But I'm just saying I don't wanna.
And you're
I don't
right.
want.
You're
I don't
right.
wanna.
You're
I
right,
don't wanna
Nicole.
put that out because see I don't want to
Yeah,
get them no ammunition.
I got you.
And that's all
You know,
I'll be doing is giving them ammunition.
yeah, I got you. I got you, buddy.
You
But
see?
I guess what I'm trying to say is, whatever it is, if there's somebody else in the room that maybe they're planning on going to dinner tonight, maybe they could go to McDonald's instead of going to a steakhouse and help
But
you out a
see,
little bit.
see here again, Rob. Let me show you something, man. See, when we go back and talk about giving, okay? When we
I'm
go
sorry.
back,
Luna just said that's what I do too. Here in California, my hotel's $120 a night, and you know what? That's true, and that's probably before tax. That's not living on the Marriott either, Don.
right?
That's just probably bottom rate in California. Don't know about DC, but go ahead.
Yeah. No, it ain't no joke in DC now. don't play DC for stupid because
Isn't it sad that
they will raid your pockets.
isn't it sad that somebody will take this conversation and try to turn it around and say, you know what, they will try to troll it. But to me, I don't mind about that. I don't mind.
Right, right.
My position,
But
guys,
but I
is
you
as
know
long.
I don't want to give them that ammunition because I know who I'm
Yeah,
dealing with.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? If people want to send me money, man, send me some money.
Let's see.
You
This
know,
is I just got a room with my wife in Detroit, paying $89 plus, and I live in
Hey,
Vegas,
wait,
guys. So I'm
wait a
in the
minute.
most
Hold on a
comfortable
second. Hold on a
world.
second. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, I'll be there at noon. I'm coming up into the desk at noon.
What time?
At noon, I'll be there at noon.
Okay.
In a few minutes, I'll be
Yeah,
up there.
yeah, sure.
Okay? All right.
So now there's 14 of us in this room.
See, I
Okay.
told y'all, man. I ain't joking. I ain't
And
joking
the thing
about
is,
that.
Don, you're so awesome because you let us see that side. You're not
You know, I ain't
you're
got
not
nothing to
hiding
hide.
anything. You're just
I
being
ain't got
real.
nothing to hide from. I ain't got nothing to hide from people. And
That's right.
see, and this is what I want folk to realize. Sometimes, even when you're going through some stuff, man, your back is still gonna be up the wall. And see, and rather than trying to figure out uh, um, how you gonna do something, all these man, take it one day at a time.
So let me ask you something.
Sometimes you got to take it one day at a time.
All right. So let me ask you a question.
Okay?
You have 15 people in here right now,
Yeah.
and there's still that's a lot of people who have been listening, right?
Right.
So let me. Look what Luna said. They want to check out. Put your cash app up. Okay. So guys, I'll be the first to say. I will put up $25 today on his cash app. Okay, that's going to be part of his room. Who can put up another 25? We probably need 3 people. Is there anybody else that will commit in this room to right now when he puts his cash app up to send him $25? Just 25. That's all. Because of what you've got out of this conversation, I can pay for one night. Oh my God, Luna. Wow. Wow. See, I didn't even. Don, put your cash app in the thing. Luna just said I can pay for one night. Okay, so I'm going to pay 25. Luna's got one night, and Luna probably knows what it is. I need 2 more people that'll donate $25. I wish I could, but I just paid my rent. It's tough for me now. Otherwise, I would. So guess what, Ford? No problem. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So it's what you do? What you do, guys, is you go to Cash App, and it's $Truth Conductor. Okay. I need 2 people more that are going to put $25 up. Luna, there's the Cash App. Do you have that, my dear? The 20 is the Cash App. So it's
See, that's it.
So I need 2 more people out
See?
of everybody who's been in here for these past few hours listening.
Yeah. That's it. That's what you got, man. That's what you got. You
Well,
still there?
Luna just said she's going to pay for one night for you, Don. So you know what, Luna?
Seeing is believing.
I'm in a hotel, and I know what you're going through. Yes, you got Cash App. So now hold on. Let's talk about. Look, oh my God,
Okay.
Don.
Yeah.
Foxy just said I'll donate 25 on PayPal. We don't have Cash App in Ireland.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he got my. I think he got my PayPal too.
Do you have?
Yeah, I think Boston got my PayPal.
This is how we win, guys. This is how we love each other, right? So okay,
Yeah.
will 80 be enough? Okay,
Absolutely.
Don, Luna asked a question.
Absolutely.
She's gonna pay for
Anything
an hour.
is enough.
Okay, so now hold on, Don. Luna just wanted to know if $80 is enough.
Listen, and I pray God bless you 100-fold for whatever you give, Luna. I
Okay,
pray. I pray.
boxing. Hey,
I
hang on,
pray.
hang on.
Man, in fact, I
Let me finish
pray
what just hang
everybody.
on, Don. Hang on. Let me finish what I'm doing. So Luna's going to put the $80 in. I'm going to put 25 in. Boxing's going to put in 25. We need one more person to put 25 in. Who else has got 25? We need one more person because then he's got 2 nights there. Because Luna's paying the 80, and then us 3 will pay for the next night. God will give it to you 100-fold. Damn right, girl.
100-fold. 100-fold. That's what I pray for.
Oh my! No. Raheem, you said you can't, buddy.
Okay.
See, one thing we don't want to do is we don't want to take food off your table, Raheem. We don't want to take food off of your table. It'll happen. But you said you're having a tough time right now, buddy. Now, if you
But
have
see, now let me say something. See, Raheem, this is the time you need to test your faith.
it's rough. I just want to help. You know what, guys? Okay.
Okay,
So,
listen now. Hold on, Rob. Let me say something to
Don,
Porky. Let me say something to Porky.
Don, let me have my time.
Okay.
So everybody, do me a favor. Let's everybody go to Cash App right now. I'm going to go to my Cash App. Look what we just did for Don. And you know what? This is not rocket science, guys. I'm going to put I'm going to Cash App 2500, $25. I'm going to push pay. And Don's already on mine right there, so I'm going to push the truth connector, and I'm going to say love Rob, LOVE Rob. Okay, so that right now is coming out of my cash balance, and it's going to push pay right there to Don. Love Rob.
All right.
Don, tell him when you get that money. Now, Luna, if you want to go ahead and do yours, you'll be number 2. Okay, mine just went through. Let's see what comes through next. Yep. Okay,
all right.
Boxing sent his. Did you get something else there, everybody?
Wow.
This is how love is, guys. We're not talking about people's skin color and all that. We're not talking about hate. Look at that boxing right there, buddy. You sent it by PayPal.
The PayPal.
Right?
I got you.
Okay, so I sent my 20. Did you get my 25 from 702 Enterprises?
Hold on a second. I'm waiting for it to come through. Okay, I got it.
Did you get the digit 25?
I got it.
Okay,
I got it.
25 from boxing.
I did. I got it.
Okay, all right. And then what about Pork, Mr. Pork?
I got it. I got it.
You already so you got that
I
one
got it.
report?
I got it.
Thank
you.
Did you get Luna's money?
I got it. I got it. Thank you.
Now, guys, this is an example. So, Don, how much did you just get?
Man, I got to.
Answer my question, Don.
See, I'm looking at my email, and I'm not looking at my account right now because both of my phones are being used.
I'll tell you what. Do this, guys. If you sent money, either way, don't bullshit. Just put the amount in the chat, okay? I sent 25.
And matter of fact, listen. You know what? See here again, man. I got some people that are sitting back adding this up. No. Now listen to me. Listen to me. I understand, but Rob, listen to what I'm saying though, Rob. And see, cause I got a joker right now, sitting there adding up everything, and they're gonna throw it back up in my face.
They're not gonna put it in your face because they gotta deal with me, and dealing with me is not exactly the nicest thing in the world. So I got 2 people, Rob Paizola, and I got Mr. Pork paid 70. Now, Luna, did you put the 70 in? Pork paid 25. That went through.
But
I know what I
will
put. One more 25 in her 70.
Listen.
Then there's a reason for my madness here. There's a reason, guys. Luna, did you send the 70, honey? Sorry, I just want to make sure.
See,
put 70 in the chat. And there's a reason why. This is going to teach everybody something right now. You talk about why we all can't talk to each other. So Luna, did you send it, hon? There's one more person that had 25. Don's kind of a little not. There you are. Luna said it. So that you got 70, 25, and 25, and then another person said 25 also. Oh,
Okay.
golf. Oh my God, golf. $15 from golf, Don.
Okay.
$15 from golf. Do you see all the love in this room right now, Don? Do you see people fighting you? Do you see people in here that aren't communicating because of your sign?
Wow.
Look at that, Don.
Wow.
Golf. I don't know how much. Golf probably doesn't have a lot of money. He said $15, man. Look at that. Look how much money. Look what we were able to do because of love. Not one of us are saying, well, what are you going to do with the money, or when are you going to get your money back? Man, I was in a room here a couple weeks ago. Somebody knocked on your door and said, you need to come to the front desk right now. Blah, blah, blah. We remember that.
Yeah, they just knocked on the door, and I told her, I said, I'll be back at
That's
noon.
okay.
I'll be back at noon. So look, y'all. I got 14 minutes.
I'm gonna let you. I want you to talk to your group. I want you to talk to your group, Don, and I want you to tell them how you're feeling right now, because I bet you're feeling
Man,
UFO.
uh, first of all, thank you from the bottom of my heart for everybody that made a donation, and I pray that you get a 100-fold return on your money. I pray that. That is my prayer. Okay, because you're helping me.
Oh my God! Hold on.
In a time of need.
JDH just spent $8, Don.
Okay.
JDH
And let me say this, man, because I do know, I do know that I'm gonna have some people on here saying they sent something, and they didn't. I know that. I know that.
What did Luna say? I don't care what you do with the
Okay.
money. God will provide for you, Don.
But listen. Here's what I need to do. I need to go up here to this front desk and pay.
Why don't you go do that and leave me with the room? Leave me with our people. So
No, because I got to take my phone. I'm gonna have to take my phone with me. See, I got to transfer some money, the
All
money
right.
that has been sent to me.
I
I'm
just
gonna
want
have
to tell
to.
you. I want to thank you. Let me say this, guys. For those of you that know me, you know what I do. I just sent by Cash App, JDH, $20 right there by Cash App.
Okay.
I want you guys to know, guys, what I do. You guys know that I'm a motivational speaker. You know I work for Trump. You know that I'm somebody who has helped people for a long, long time. But I want to show you guys how powerful it is what we just did as a group. Do you guys realize that? And just think of this. If any of you guys ever get in a situation like that, would you deserve the love that you just saw go into our brother Don? I'm just a white Mormon. I'm a white Mormon boy, right? But look what you guys did. Look what you guys did, man. Thank you, JDH. There's the 20. There you go, Don.
Thank you.
So now this is your Sabbath day. You can relax, man.
Right? Let me get up here, y'all. I gotta get to this front desk because I like to be a man of my word. See, thank you. And I don't want them knocking on my door again. I'm gonna be a man of my word. Okay. So what I'll do, and
Don, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the front desk and you come back and you're gonna go live.
I'm gonna go live again.
Right?
Okay. I'll go live again.
Team, just remember, you're the one that created all this. Congratulations, team.
Thank you,
awesome.
and thank y'all so very much.
Let it transfer the money. Let it transfer.
Thank you so very much. Okay.
I love you.
And I'll go back on it. And thank you, Rob. I appreciate it, brother.
And believe me, this call is going to go worldwide. You have no idea how many people are going to hear this.
Well,
because this is what people talk about hope. This is what people need.
Thank you, man. Thank you. All right. So let me go take care of this, y'all, and I'll be back. Okay.
I love you.
All right.
Okay. Talk to you soon, Don.
All right, Rob.